Buonasera a tutti. Good evening, everyone. Let's wait still a moment for the queue to be completed with all the participants. I can see the number is increasing. So let me start. So once again, buonasera. Good evening, everyone. I'm very pleased to host this webinar about the results of the Artificial Intelligence and Project Management Survey. My name is Andrea Ciolini. I'm a volunteer, also the Professional Development Director at the PMI Northern Italy chapter. So what we have seen so far, there's been a lot of interest regarding AI and how AI will impact project management. So many would say that we are overwhelmed with this information, and this is not always trustworthy. So in this scenario, some years ago, colleagues from PMI Sweden launched the idea of launching a survey looking at getting some insights from project managers, practitioners like us, as well get an understanding of the current and potential impacts of AI in our profession. So today I'm very pleased to have two esteemed guests. We have Marley. I think Marley needs no introduction. She's the program director at PMI Sweden. She's also the mastermind and the leader of this overall initiative that took quite a few years and started as a Swedish exercise and became a global exercise for PMI. On top of that, we have Davide. Davide is also a volunteer, also the team lead for the MATE initiative that we have. He contributed to this overall project. So I'm very pleased that we were able to be part of this as well. But before we begin, let me just mention that I understand this is a very interesting topic. You will have many questions. So please go ahead and post your questions in the chat. We will have a Q&A part at the end. So we will reserve some time. So without further ado, I will hand over to Davide for the overall agenda. Thank you, Davide.
Thank you, Andrea. I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to have Marley as a special guest today. We conducted together and with a lot of other people this fantastic project. Today, we will see a lot of topics, so let's start immediately. We will start with the background and the reason for starting this project. Then we will see how AI is transforming project management, and we will stop a little bit understanding trends on market research and impact on PMI, on PM around the world. Then we will see how can AI support your life as a project manager, and we will also discover some AI tools. We will also see a little bit in how to learn in AI in project management and how can PMI support you. And then, as you said before, we will go along with a Q&A session and finally key takeaways. Now I leave the floor to Marley for this journey.
Hi, everyone, and thank you so much for Davide and PMI Italy for inviting me to this webinar to speak about the AI in project management project. It's really delightful to be here again. And I will start my presentation by giving a background of myself and also this project. This to convey that anything is possible and everything starts with a small step. For me, the small step started in 2019 when I read an article in PMNet, Brainpower, and this article was about AI in AI in project management. Before reading this article, I thought that AI was mostly for technical people with a background like data scientists and also as programmers, but nothing could be more wrong, could it? Because there will always be a demand for people with the skills as us, as project managers who can run a project with a holistic perspective. Inspired by this article, I decided to learn more about AI. So I signed up for a course at MIT, a certification course, and a couple of other certification courses as well. And I will speak a little bit about this later in my presentation. Okay, after I've taken these courses, I wanted to put my new learnings into practice. So I became a member in an AI network. And fortunately, I was appointed as a program manager to develop an AI educational suite. Unfortunately, it didn't fly. And the reason for this is that it was way too early. It's always a matter of timing, isn't it? But I got an opportunity with PMI to continue my AI journey. And that was in the end of 2021. When I was on the Passion for Project Congress organization. And I suggested the marketing manager and responsible for the Congress that we put AI in project management on the agenda. And also to follow up on the article from 2019 and contact the people interviewed to see what has happened, a pandemic and a digital disruption later. This was endorsed, so I contacted them, and Bruno Rafael Santos and Geeta Gopal, they were willing to do this interview for me. And I wrote an article, and the collaboration with Bruno and Geeta, it turned out so well, so we invited them to speak at Congress via link from Singapore and from Rio de Janeiro. A few weeks before the Congress, we started our first survey to investigate the AI maturity and interest in using AI in project management. And this was primarily focused on Sweden. And we got quite a few responses, and fortunate for me, Bruno helped me out. So we wrote a report together that was released in October of 2022. But you know what happened? 2021 and 22 were the years of the digital disruption. In 2023 came the AI disruption. And that's quiet. How to put it. That changed everything. So me and Bruno, we discussed it among ourselves. Okay, what now? What do we do? So we agreed to propose to the PMI Sweden Board of Directors to do a follow-up on the 2022 report. And this time to invite all chapters around the world to participate with us in the project, also to add demographic questions and more in-depth questions. And this was approved in April, and 1 month later, it was endorsed in the European leadership that the European chapters should support this project. It started with a survey the 1st of June in Sweden, and the 30th of September, then 32 project managers from 27 chapters and 25 countries around the globe had participated and worked in this project. Davide and team came into the project in mid-July. And if we look at the result from the survey, we had a goal of 800 respondents, but we got 2,314. And Davide and his team managed to get second best after North America when it comes to respondents. So big applause to you, Davide, and your team in your chapter. Okay, yes, it's a thumbs up, really. And in 1st of February this year, we published the report from our survey, and the work in the project continues. So it's not over yet. We have now started the collection and documenting of the case studies, and this we will see will be a real so-called present to the PMI community to get hands-on practice on how to do it. Also, I can say that there has been a lot of things that we have done in the project. We have done webinars, articles. We did a thought letter together with Project Management Journal to encourage the research in this area. And also, we have the AI in project management studies, the LinkedIn group, that now have, I think, Davide, more than 700 members. Is that right? Yeah, thumbs up. Yeah. Can we?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, really, really impressive. So if you're not a member yet, I really encourage you to be part of it. Okay, let's continue to the next slide. This I really like this storyboard, how AI is transforming project management. This is through the lens of Vargas and Rodriguez, and I think it's from their AI in PM masterclass, revolution masterclass even. And I will not walk through all of it. I will just mention a few things, and then you can look through it yourself. I said it's really rich with information, but what I want to mention is the article in Harvard Business Review, how AI will transform project management. That is a real good one. And also, if you haven't started to use AI, the ChatGPT, I really encourage you to do so. I use it every day, all week, and it's saving me a lot of time for all kinds of things. And you know, even if you only post a question, it takes practice to utilize the ChatGPT in a good way. For example, to learn how to prompt correctly, and also it requires some skills to analyze the answers and iterate until you get the response and the answer that you are looking for. So yeah, don't wait to tomorrow. Start right away. If we look at what they are saying here when it comes to areas that they think will impact the project management role, I just want to bring this to your attention, and I will touch some of them later in my presentation, but you can take a look afterwards. When it comes to this number, 41% will be replaced by AI. I agree, perhaps not with that exact numbers, but I think that quite a few of the people who resist change, they will not continue working as project managers, as a totally different role will evolve. Please take the next one. We continue with Vargas and Rodriguez, and here they are saying that only 35% of projects today are completed successfully, and one reason for this disappointing rate is the low level of maturity of technologies available for project management. From my side, I say, oh, wow, what an opportunity. 65% possibility to do better. This is really a low-hanging fruit. I mean, to do better projects, to get more satisfied stakeholders, more motivated team members, a better position on the market with just some small adjustments. So I urge you, as I said before, start today and don't sit around and wait for your competitors to do it before you. And also, since I'm Swedish and our Swedish pride here, Ingvar Kamprad, I like to quote him as well. Most things remain undone, glorious future. Okay, we go to the next one. All right, it's not only Rodriguez and Vargas who say that AI will increase the project success. This is also endorsed with the big research companies. And in the slide deck that you will get later, you can read more about what these statements are coming from. But if we take the first one, the World Economic Forum, they say that labor productivity in developed countries will increase up to 40% until 2035. Countries like Sweden and like Italy. We also have the Journal of Management Information Systems, and they claim that AI can increase project success rates by up to 50%. So again, this is corroborated even by research companies. Please turn to the next one. Okay, if we then look at the market for AI in project management solutions and services, and from 2023, it will more than triple in spending to 2030. And the market size for last year, it was $2.5 billion US. And it's estimated to be $7.7 billion US by 2030, with an annual growth rate of 17.3%. If we look at the Asian region, it's increasing. The annual growth rate is increasing even further by 23.8%. So in what areas will we see this increase of spending? It will be in intelligent scheduling, real-time monitoring, natural language processing, based communication, and collaborative project management. The top segments, and please note that this is for AI in PM, that is bank, finance, services, and insurance, leading, followed by government and defense, and IT telecom. Let's continue to the next one. All right, so how will AI unlock the potential and empower the project managers for success? AI will speed up the administrative task, and it will be less repetitive work. AI will enhance data collection, tracking and reporting, and virtual project assistant can handle administrative aspects, data-driven insight, better decision-making. And this list can be made very, very long. That will make life so much easier for the project manager. And you can well understand with with AI augmenting the project manager in these areas, that this will change the project manager role and give more time to strategic activities, data-driven insights, soft skills, alignment with project goals and stakeholder management. And all in all, you can see, I said that the project management role that will evolve, and also that more projects can be handled by the same resources, considering the support from the AI. It will also be cost reduction and increase in quality and efficiency, improved prioritization, selecting the projects with the best ROI. And I want to add here also with the best strategic fit. So the PM will become more of a strategic analyst, transformational leader, strategic liaison, team facilitator, and holistic coordinator. And at least for me, and I think also for you who are here, otherwise you wouldn't be here, I think, welcome this change in the role, and more be of the manager aspect. If we turn to the next one. So when we are saying AI tools, what do we mean? And as you can see here, there are 4 categories of AI tools. Is for individual, teams, and organizations. And if you look at the first category, AI-enabled tools, that is mostly for us as individuals using, for example, ChatGPT, PMI Infinity, Project Otto, and so forth. Then we have the second category, AI in existing tool sets, AI tools that teams use to collaborate. For example, AI functions within Trello, Jira, and AI mind mapping in Miro. The third category is off-the-shelf pre-built software applications designed for general or broad range of tasks, and that can be Microsoft project management and collaborative work management platforms. And this off-the-shelf solution, I mean, you integrate it into your own environment, infrastructure in your company. Then lastly, we have the customized AI solution, and this is company-specific AI solution targeting a particular problem. For example, fraud detection system, chatbots, and virtual assistants, and predictive maintenance. Then you are building your own solution, and you don't need to adapt to some others' solution. We continue to the next one. So how to get AI learning and hands-on experience. Yeah, that is the, I think you say, $1 million question. And I have 8 recommendations here. And first of all, learn the basics of AI. I took this MIT course, but and that cost quite a bit. But there are some really good free AI certification courses. We have elements of AI and we have building AI. And these certification courses, they are issued by Helsinki University and Lund University. And more than 1 million people have taken these courses. And I said, they don't cost anything. They are free of charge. The only thing that costs is the certification as such. And I think it's about 50 euros. And they are also available, I think, in 20-30 languages. And I checked, it's available in Italian. Then we have the second one, explore some AI tools and platforms. We have PyTorch and we have TensorFlow that you can try out if you are interested in programming. Learn from data scientists and engineers. I think it's always good to speak with people who are really good at technology and also have this ability to convey knowledge, so you understand how things are adding together. Learn it on hands-on projects. Yeah, that is a tricky one. What comes first, the hen or the egg? But as I mentioned in the beginning of this presentation, I got this opportunity both in this AI network and also with PMI Sweden to build my AI competence. Also, I'll recommend there are many organization networks when they are very good at technology, but perhaps not very good at managing projects. Why not exchange so that you can get some learnings in artificial intelligence, and you can help them to run projects in a better way. It's always a way if you are resourceful. Attend workshops and conferences. That's a good one. Enroll in online courses. That can be the MIT one. Collaborate on cross-functional teams and learn from case studies. People are really looking forward to our next report, and it will be so great to deliver this to the community. Also, I like to mention that EU have a skills agenda. I mean, not everyone wants to start from the beginning and take a graduation course, but you can build on what you already have to enhance your competencies. And this is to promote lifelong learning. So look into this if you want to make a bigger commitment. Next one, please.
So we have no excuses to start learning, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. I will hurry up. We have the PMI. We also have a lot of things to offer within PMI. We have PMI Infinity that was launched about 3 weeks ago. We have generative AI overview for project managers, an excellent course. I've taken it myself. And we have, of course, I pick our very good artificial intelligence report. And yeah, you see there are a lot of good things here. Please continue to the next one. So if you are still not convinced, you can see here, this is the two first ones are the result from a PMI annual survey, Pulse of Profession, in which they asked 345 leaders to give their opinion. And 91% they think that AI will impact the PM role, and 82% think that AI will impact on projects. And the corresponding number from our survey is that 76% thinks that AI will transform the way of working. Next one. Okay, finally. We asked, and this survey is still going on, so please, if you haven't taken it, help us to get as many responses as possible. But we asked what AI tools are you currently using in project management, and you see ChatGPT is in the lead, followed by Microsoft Project Management Copilot and Jira. And approximately how much time per week are you saving? And 54% say that they are saving 5 hours per week, and 16% even say 10 hours per week. And what are they doing with this time saving? Professional development, they do also strategic planning, and also innovation and creativity. And what benefits have you noticed from your AI implementation in your project management practices? Notable increased efficiency and productivity, better decision making, and improved collaboration and communication. So by this, I end my part of the presentation, and I hope that you are convinced to start your AI transformation journey by now.
Okay, now let's discuss a little bit about the insight we found in answers from our survey. As you can see on the left part, we collected, as Marley said before, 2,300 responses from 129 countries. So the project extended well beyond the national goal and transformed quickly in a global project. The majority of people is distributed between in the range of 35 to 54 age, and 71% of respondents were males. A lot of them, 84%, are members of the PMI Global or PMI local chapters like ours, and a lot of them are maintains an active certification, mostly PMP, but also others. And so they have also high-level degree, science degree, mostly. We collected responses from 48 industries, but the majority of them were from IT services, ICT services. It was the most prevalent. Talking about the areas most impacted by AI, our respondents said that on the first place, there is the data collection and reporting, then comes performance monitoring, and the third one is the project time and management and scheduling. Now, if we switch to the right side, the most important thing here is that a lot of respondents think that training within their companies is quite low or non-existing, and they are struggling to get some improvements in this part. But our suggestion is you don't have to wait for your company to start formal training within formal courses, but start learning by yourself. Merely in the previous slide showed a lot of tips, a lot of websites where you can start learning by yourself. And this is the most important suggestion we want to give you. Another important thing we should emphasize is that the maturity level of AI within the current organization taken from respondents is quite low. And since the bubble of AI started last year, there is a big hype around artificial intelligence, and not all companies started their journey into using or introducing AI into new products or existing product. But this is going to change in the following month or year. So again, start to study by yourself and start proposing some projects within your company. This is also what our respondents suggested when asked what they would do if their company is still trying to understand what to do. The first answer, the most relevant, is that they would propose new projects that include AI as a basis. Now we can switch to an infographics collecting responses from Europe. The first thing is I want to say is that I really want to help you, because Europe gained a lot of answers and Italy was the first one. So a lot of this is a demonstration of the interest that artificial intelligence is gaining within all the project managers. Again, we can see that 58% of respondents on the left think that their organizational maturity is quite low, and only 40% is running a project or starting a POC. So I think that now, after 6 months, numbers are quite a bit better, but AI introduction is still in the early stages. Again, also for Europe, the majority of respondents come from ICT services, and this is quite natural since project management is quite common in IT industries. Talking about the top 3 areas impacted by AI on the top level part of the slide, we have the same answers as global. And again, we can see that only 63% of companies are investing in AI training. So again, our suggestion is to start studying by yourself using one of the multiple free resources you can find on internet, also on Coursera and other websites. At the end of the slides, we have also some links to help you find some useful courses. Last but not least, again, 62% of professionals will propose new innovative projects if the current employer is lagging behind the introduction or using innovation proposed by AI. And the trust in the leadership is quite low. So there is a big waiting for a new project using AI between respondents. Now we can go on. Marley, I leave again the floor to you for the key takeaways.
Okay, thank you so much, Davide. And yeah, key takeaways. What do we want you to remember when we have finished this webinar? And that is that anything is possible, and the first step is always the most important. And AI is here to stay. I hope that we have convinced you about that one. The evidence is quite clear. And you can't afford to be a laggard, neither as an individual or a company. If you are a laggard, I mean, someone else will either take the job you want or your customers. Small steps can make a difference, and start today with your journey into AI, and PMI is here to help you.
Okay. As we said before, we share some useful links. Marley, would you like to describe them, or do you want me to do?
Yes, absolutely. And first of all, you can see the links underneath in this presentation. But if you have knowledge and experience in implementing AI, please share. Sharing is caring, and you will get a place in our report, and that is that is really an acknowledgement and an opportunity to show your capabilities. The AI in PM report, Davide presented parts of the result. If you haven't read the report yet, I strongly suggest you to do so. I mean, it's both the survey as such, the survey result, but it's also, we have done market research, so there are descriptions on what each region around the globe, what they are doing in AI. What investments they are doing to upskill their population. Also, we have 15 esteemed, very highly recognized AI specialists who are giving their view on AI in project management, answering a couple of questions. Amongst those are Ricardo Vargas and also Antonio Nieto Rodriguez. Learn the basic of AI. There's elements of AI that I mentioned. There is a link to that one. Also to building AI. Then there is the link. I mean, PMI has quite a lot to offer today when it comes to artificial intelligence. I mean, they have webinars, articles, and forums where to discuss things, and Infinity, and this generative AI course. So yeah, you will find it right there. And lastly, but not the least, it is to join our LinkedIn group, AI in Project Management Studies.
If I may, Merly, I would like to add 2 points. In our report, we also provided some hypotheses, very interesting hypotheses, and we try to answer them with insightful reasoning about that. And on PMI, you can find a free course about the generative AI that will provide you also 5 PDUs. So it's very interesting for a lot of aspects on AI. And the project management is working on behind the curtain to provide some new courses on the following months. So stay tuned on that.
Great, great additions, Davide. Yeah, at least I'm very happy about how the project management role is evolving. I think this is fantastic, and AI is this enabler for us to focus on more strategic and relationship building activities.
Okay, and finally, I should add as a PMI Northern Italy chapter volunteer that also our chapter is working to propose new contents about artificial intelligence, so more will follow in the following months. Okay. I think that, Andrea, we can switch to the Q&A session.
Absolutely. Once again, thank you both for the session, which was very informative. I think what I liked is it's not just about the statistics per se, but I really like the fact that you provided also some concrete steps in terms of learning about AI right on our own. I think this is very important, right? So, and indeed, yes, we received quite a few questions. Let me take the first one from Marco. Marco is asking about, is PMI planning to introduce specific PM certifications for AI? So at the moment, we are not aware of introduction of specific certification, but definitely, I mean, we will be the first to know as part of the entire communication plan that we have with all our members, right? So on top of that, then let me start maybe with Marley with some questions, right? So so we talked a lot about this report. So when will this be available then? Maybe you can share some insights here.
The case study report,
Correct.
we hope that it will be available end of March, beginning of April.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's quite an undertaking. So let's say that April.
Okay. Okay. So how are the chapters then supporting you in this, right? So I think there is quite a lot of support that you are requiring. I mean, David is just one of the many. I think it's quite a big team, right?
Yes, the chapters are supporting, and David is one of the project members. And yeah, this has been very valuable to the project. We also have received extensive support from PMI Global. They have supported us tremendously. That they put the report together. So that saved us a lot of time. They also have helped us with some expert questions and so forth, and that has not been in the team. So it has been a great collaboration, both with the chapters and global.
If
Okay.
I may add,
Yes.
this has been a fantastic journey, because we had so many people from all over the world with different time zones, different culture and languages. We always spoke in English, but with different approaches to language. So this was not only a project, but a journey, and we learned so much from all the people that participated in this project. And we have a book full of lessons learned about how to conduct a widespread project between different chapters.
Yeah, indeed. Also, if the colleagues have a chance, I think you're going to do an overall presentation globally, right? I remember in the preview, we have all these colleagues from all over the world describing each of the world areas, right? All the continents. I think this is indeed really a truly global exercise, right? Indeed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if I can add that, it has been truly amazing. I mean, starting in Sweden, and I'm so grateful that so many wanted to join us to work together, to spend so much time on bringing so much value to the community, that we have done this together. And very appropriate. Together we can.
Exactly. Right? Going back to the PMI values, right? So absolutely. Okay, maybe then a few questions for Davide. So what are the next steps for this project then?
maybe short before that, we started a new survey about tools used in AI, and she already showed some new graphs about what we can till now, but you are invited to contribute to this survey. And we are also collecting case studies on real use cases of AI. So this is also next step for our project to produce a new report collecting the result of these case studies.
Okay, thank you, Davide. And maybe you can expand a little bit more on so what are the areas where you see AI can support more project managers, right? So I think we have some tips here and there, but maybe you can summarize this a little bit.
Yeah, things are evolving quite fastly. Generative AI is very useful in several areas of project management, especially in textual areas. So it can be very helpful in communication management, in brainstorming on the first phases of a project start, and also in using in supporting you as a superpower whenever you have long text documents to analyze, to summarize, and so on. This is the most practical use case that anyone can start using just today. But in the future, I see that that a lot of other areas of project management can be supported and used the superpower using AI.
Thanks a lot. Maybe just going along the way, I think so. We have two colleagues. One side is Alessia. She's actually mentioning generative AI, right? So I think this is what you mentioned already. And then there's Luigi talking more about risk management, right? But I think also you're mentioning that generative AI can support that, right? Maybe a risk register generation, for example, right? So there are some examples there as well.
Exactly. There are two point of view. One is the personal point of view, where you can use free tools available online, like ChatGPT or Project Infinity. And on a personal level, you can use the generative AI to support your generation of documents like risk registers, project charter, and so on, communication management. And more enterprise level, all those tools are integrated in existing tools like Copilot have done with Microsoft. So you can use you can find the AI already integrated in common tools that you already use. So there are two levels of AI integration within personal and enterprise level.
Okay, thanks a lot, Davide. So I'm just going through the additional questions. So there is a question regarding the fact that we are saying, Marco is asking whether the survey is still open, right? I think there are there were two phases, right? There was one survey, and I think there is another one that is open. Maybe if you can just summarize quickly, I don't know, either you, Davide, or Marley.
Exactly. The survey is closed at the end of September last year, and we spend quite a lot of time to collect, analyze, and analyze the answers and produce the report that was published last month. So the report is now available on the PMI site, and we are working on other surveys, as we said before, about case studies and AI tools. Marley, if you want to add something, feel free.
No, I think that you covered it quite well, Davide. And I said, please, if you have any experience in implementing AI and can share a case study with us, that will be immensely valuable, and also your experience in using AI in your project management as using AI as a tool. And both links will be in the presentation pack. So please contribute. I mean, the more answers we get, the more value.
Absolutely. Let me have a look. Maybe as you are speaking, Marley, there's a question from Graziella asking, when you started to use AI in project management, what was the first thing you asked AI to support you with, right? So on a day-by-day basis, right? So what was your, say that's maybe the eye opener, right? You had, but say, oh, but then I can do this with AI.
Yeah, I can mention, for example, now when we are doing, I've started with this case study report. I can mention an example there. And then I asked, yeah, when you are implementing, when you're starting with AI in your company, and you are to get this implemented in your overall strategy. What are the things to consider, and what are the steps? And I mean, it takes AI, milliseconds to get an answer to you, and then I'm using the free version. So I mean, it's incredible with all the knowledge that is in AI. But of course, you need to be very, very careful. You need to have some knowledge about what you're asking about, so that you can analyze and see the relevance of it.
Thanks a lot.
I can add that we, as a global team, use AI tools in several ways. Sometimes to analyze results that were not correctly formatted. Sometimes using free tools to generate images and draft of text to be published on the group, and so many ways that helped us to go on with the project.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. So we received...
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay, Marley. Please finish if you have something more.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that we used ChatGPT when doing our market research. That was a very good way to find out what's going on around the world, both in that certain geography, but also globally. Saved a lot of time.
Okay. Thanks. So we received some more questions. Some are really a little bit too broad for the time that we still have at our disposal. So we see what we can do in terms of follow-up as well. We do have a couple of slides also for closing and wrapping up the session. So please, if you can go ahead. Thanks a lot. So I guess I will continue in English. So these are the next appointments we have. So we have a launch with Nick, with Tiago. So it's another colleague coming from PMI, from Portugal in this case, which is a very interesting story that is going to share with us, some personal story that was supported by project management. Then the next webinar, so a longer session in the evening, is going to be about program management in international environments. So we are going to have Gary, who's working in the Middle East, talking about some conflicts from a cultural perspective and how he was able to solve them. And last but not least, at the end of March, we're going to have Liliana, and she's going to talk about emotional intelligence, right? So how can this support us as project managers? Also, what I would like to say, we are continuing this Foresta degli Speaker, which means that for every speaker that is going to join us, we are going to plant a tree. So I'm going to send you, Marley and David, your link to plant your tree in Mexico, right? So,
right.
Last but not least, we have I have another slide, and then we'll say goodbye, everyone. So, of course, if you stayed for the session, more than half of the time, you're going to receive automatically your PDUs. We are not going to automatically distribute the slides to you, but you can, of course, and I'm sure plenty of you will ask them to events@pmi-nic.org. So please write to us, and we will provide you with the deck. Once again, thank you very much, Marley, for taking the time, and David as well for helping these entire global initiatives, and see you next time. Okay.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you again.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.